Alrighty, hello everybody, welcome back. Let's continue our process with this thing. Now, there is technically one third enemy that I think I want to put together, and it is, as promised, gonna be a basically a walking ass. um, right. So, let's see. Need to put something together here. Let's actually start with a sphere. And then, of course, the goal for today ultimately is to get get these guys into the game, get a small, low poly version established, and yeah, just see how it works out. This is completely ridiculous. Okay, that's fine. We're just goofing around here. This is gonna be an interesting endeavor. I'm just gonna displace all of this stuff. Actually, we should use the smoothing brush. There we go. Sure. Okay, I just want to displace this thing. Okay, we're gonna facilitate the limbs. So we're gonna have two limbs that are kind of like this, and then two limbs that are close to each other like this. All right, perfect. This is again not to detract from the seriousness of the game. We're gonna make this a really rare encounter, almost like Easter egg level. Also, I found out how to get nicer looking bumps and textures, and that is pretty much through creating small black and white textures in Krita, and then importing them as brushes into Blender just to make use them as displacement maps on the brushes, on the sculpting brushes. So we're gonna take a look at that as well, because the final effect is actually really nice. It's one of those cases where, do I sculpt each and every vein, or do I create a texture and just kind of slap it and move it around, you know? I'm actually gonna drag this. God. Hey, Vishal. Good day. Welcome. Okay, this fall off is sharp, but we needed to make it sharper. There we go. Because otherwise these creases look a little too lenient. Too lean. Okay, we're gonna worry about that after the fact. We're gonna need to balloon this up. Oh, like this. Oh, actually that has a texture applied to it. I don't want to do that. Perfect. Okay, now we should be able to, what, pinch or, yes, sort of. You know, maybe for the most part, we're actually gonna use, what, clouds? Or Voronoi texture. Except, of course, we gotta do it. We gotta apply it on the correct brush. Okay, sort of, yes, except this needs to be flipped. Flatten or scrape. Scrape is great for rounding the, not rounding, but chipping away at like stone corners, giving it nice little cracked elements. Flatten is a little bit, you know, they're not really used for the same purpose, so to speak. So flatten is when you quite literally need to get a flat surface. Okay, now can I make this negative? No. Okay, so how do we how do we invert this? Color ramp? Oh, maybe. Can flip it like this. There we go. That's more like it. Come on. It's still behaving in the opposite way. Oh, I think that's right. Color ramp got inverted. Here we go. Brush assets. Yeah, I've been looking around for some brush assets, but apparently the only way for you to get a brush asset into Blender is to like download someone else's project that has a bunch of brushes made and then include it. And that seems so dumb. It's like You'd think that being able to add brushes to a graphical program that uses brushes would be kind of important, you know? Apparently not to the Blender Foundation, no. Who needs brushes? You just work with your regular brushes that we give you. That is going to be a game changer, though. God. Okay. Get that buck wreck sealed. Perfect. Oh, okay. No, that's not what I want. There we go. Beautiful. All right. Now, 6 months maybe. It's coming now. 6 months maybe max. So it's not really coming now, is it? But yeah, I get what you're saying. Let me guess. It's because they finally started paying attention to the lack of texturing tools to compete with tools like Substance Painter. It's going to be the same as the spider creatures. Absolutely. As a matter of fact, it's right here. Same project. But this is kind of a, you know, it's a joke thing. It's an ass on legs. So it's gonna be kind of a rare appearance. Okay, so I'm gonna take this leg. Sure. That works. Let's get back to sculpt. And then to wrap this thing around. Stuff of one's bad dreams. Or good dreams, you never know. It's the stuff that only lonely bachelors dream of. Imagine the dilemma. It's an ass, but it's on spider legs. But it's an ass. But it's on spider legs. What are your intentions, whimsical creature? Okay, so let's do small crawler. Okay. This one. We're gonna convert to mesh, or sorry, move the collection. Large crawler. Okay. Sure. Mm-hmm. Actually, we might want to make sure the limb is actually large enough to facilitate movement. Actually, you know what? Can we make this stubby? Yes, there we go. Rigging and animating is going to be a nightmare. I mean, root bone, control bone, base tip, base mid tip, base mid tip, base mid tip, base mid tip. Not really, no. This is pretty simple stuff. To be honest, a human is much more complicated than this. Besides, I'm gonna be trying to do procedural animation with this one. See if I can get like ray casts, figuring out the placement for the limbs, and then using Godot's inverse kinematics in order to move the limbs there. Might be kind of fun. Plus, it will look creepy. It'll be versatile as heck. Vishal, were you here when I set up the NPC for the VR project? Can't quite recall. Okay, let me see if I can get some veins on this thing. Ugh. God. This is well, it's here. We're committed to it. Security guard, right? Oh yes, yes. So you saw the thing working. So it seems to be working pretty well. There's only a problem with the hand. The wrist gets separated from the hand, and that's it's very inconsistent because in most cases, most animations, it's fine until you get to like the animation where the character points the gun right, and that's where the wrist separates from the arm momentarily. It's really weird, and I think we may or may not have to actually reattach the arms to the wrists so they're connected, and duplicate the wrists and turn those duplicates into handles with which we control. I think that might actually have to be the case for us. Because I tried figuring out what's up, and doesn't like it. Always wants to separate. So I think separating the hands from the wrists is not going to be an option. Hold on. Let me actually remesh it like this right away. Yes, and then we smooth it out. Nice. Hey, Cogworks. Welcome back. What's going on? How's it going? Going pretty well. We are getting very close to retopologizing and then rigging this. Whoops. And then we're going to see about doing procedural animations. Okay, there we go. So, let's take this. We're going to inflate. Uh-huh. Okay, almost. The process of retopology is hard with these models. It might be. It might be. I have, well, generally an idea of how I might be able to go about it. There we go. This looks pretty cool. Appreciate it. This is only one of 3 models. We got this guy. We got Twiddle D and Twiddle Kill Me over here. And we've got, yeah, we don't talk about this one. Press Control Shift A to get some handy masking menus. Okay, hold on. Sculpt mode, Control A, Shift A. I got, oh, hold on. I gotta be Control or Shift A. Yeah. Doesn't seem like it's doing anything. Okay, anyways. Let's get rid of, there we go. So we need to do this. This is actually an interesting transition. I've not seen it do something like this before. Mostly it's been something like this. The veins really add a creepy vibe. Oh, yes. Absolutely. I need to tone down the strength of the effect, though. The famous butt stuff. Hey, we promised there's no more butt stuff. But we failed to deliver that promise. This is gonna be it's gonna be a little Easter, not Easter egg, but like extremely rare encounter. You started by literally making it. Yeah. Okay, I need to turn off the other dudes. There we go. Are you gonna name it Asshopper? Uh, we're gonna name it the Head Crack. Oh boy. Okay. This is not quite what I need. There we go. It's interesting. The type of brush you choose actually influences even the image textures. It influences how this mask behaves, which is quite interesting. We wanted to get some creepy models, but you don't want to get into all of retopology. I mean, in that case, don't do retopology. Just make the models. Unless, you want to make the creepy models for the game, in which case, yeah, you kind of have to retopologize. But at the same time, like, how difficult is it really to retopologize? Um, get yourself Retopaflow, right? Get the tool that makes the job easier, and go for it. Make it work, make it happen. Okay, well let's see how much is gonna take us through topologize. Something of the sort. Let's go move the collection. Assless chaps. There we go. Is there any workarounds to get all the textures and stuff? Seems more complicated. Aspect details. I mean, you could try making a simplified element. Yeah, these models are going to be fairly simple to retopologize because a lot of this detail is just going to be normal data. For the most part, you could technically just make a low poly model and then use like Substance Painter to paint in your crevices and all the gnarly details, you know? Okay, let's see here. So, I'm going to place the cursor back to world origin. And then let's start retop of flow. Autosave found. Okay, that's Sublunaris though. That's not really. Sources are too large. 1 million? Well, come on now. Hold on a second. Where's the Where's the view of the data? Oh, I guess it is over 1 million vertices. But it is what it is. All right. Let's see how this is going to work. Oh yeah, technically, from the tutorial on Retopoflow, you can simply use decimate and decimate the model temporarily, because you just need to create like a general vicinity retopology. You don't really need like every single tiny crevice and crack here. So we're gonna do decimate. There we go. Play Evil Within 1 and 2. That is on my to-do list. I think I have both of them. Right now I actually want to play through Horizon Zero Dawn. But man, what a great premise. But my god, is the dialogue driving me insane in that game. The character is just commenting on the most obvious shit that you see right in front of you. And it just takes away from you kind of experiencing and asking questions through the character. And the character is just like, I'm going to treat the player like he's a dumbass. And he's got not a single thought in his brain. Okay. Okay, cool. So this, we barely lost any data here. Let's go 0.1. Okay. So yeah, I wanna play through. Like I stopped right after the trials because I couldn't handle it. And I'm just gonna start recording, start a new game, and I'm gonna record and comment on everything that just drives me nuts in the writing of the game. Is it possible? It means for visually challenged people. Maybe it's a mode you can turn off. If it's a mode I can turn off, I'd gladly turn it off. But from what I've looked at, people don't seem to know there's a mode. This is great. Been watching for a while. I was wondering why have the veins be in the mesh instead of texture. Well, it's in the mesh only temporarily because it's going to be turned into texture when we bake the detail from the high poly mesh, which is easier to sculpt than it is to paint, onto the low poly mesh, at which point all that detail is going to be appearing um, as texture data. Okay, so now it's still complaining that it's over 1 million vertices. I think that's because it's looking at all this stuff. It's looking at the whole scene. Okay. I think Retopoflow is being a little stupid. But yeah, like all of this stuff will end up as texture data. What did you think of the new Godot update? I haven't looked at the blog post on the update, but fixing code suggestions, linting has been absolutely baller. So, that's always good. Nothing like writing, sprite dot and not getting any suggestions. Maybe you have to apply the decimate. Maybe. But if I apply decimate, then that kind of destroys it. We may or may not have to do retopology in a separate object or a separate project, because this has taken an awfully long time to process. Oh, okay. Well, we're up here. We're done. Cool. Nice. A is Alton and Steven. Welcome. Okay, come on now. You know what I want. Alright, that's fine. We're gonna keep that bottom. Okay, I'm gonna get rid of this. Whoops, come on. Dissolve vertices. Dissolve vertices. Okay. So what happened here? I think this is going to be the same case as we had with the with the hand. Whoops, not what I wanted to do. I want to select this. Maybe. There we go. Okay, but I want to select the whole thing. Block occluded. No, thank you. There we go. Oh, block backface. No, thank you. There we go. Oh, delete faces. There we go. Cool. All right, let's try that again. Sure. Cool. I think we can do R in order to skew it. There we go. damn it. My camera's in the object. Mm-hmm. Alrighty. Sure, that works. Apparently Blender Foundation is working on some sort of retopology tools of their own. That's going to be interesting to see. Think it might not need retopo. Simple decimate should do the trick. That's actually not such a bad idea. And we're not really doing any intricate animations on the dude. Um, yeah. I don't think they could do a better retopo tool. Maybe not. Maybe not. Actually, Vishal, you might be right. Retopo flow seems kind of cool, but the price is kind of steep for me. Well, why don't you do a couple of retopologies using handmade tools and take a look at how many hours it's going to take you to do that. If you have a part-time job, take a look at how much money you earn in that same amount of time, and then consider, you know, how much you're going to save just by spending the $80. So, because when I was doing retopology by hand using just Blender's own tools, and then I redid retopology on the same model using Retopo Flow, it took me about 15 minutes to do what took me 2.5 hours to do by hand. They do have the free version, by the way, the student license version, which, it's a non-commercial license, so you can give that a try. To be honest, after a certain time, I kind of stopped pirating stuff, and if I can't afford it, I just don't use it. Um, I don't know. I think it's just, I got a job, and if the tool gets the job done, oh, okay, if the tool gets the job done, I said, it just doesn't make a lot of sense. Make an investment. Maybe because I, share a lot of the work and stream, so it's kind of awkward when you're, making commercial game and then you have a pirated version of the software and it's kind of visible. Still learning. If you have no idea how to do retopology, I'd first recommend to try to do it using using just commonly available Blender tools, right? Take a look at some retopology videos and then follow through so you get an idea of the concept. because the principle is the same. It doesn't matter if you use retopology tools or if you use something something custom made or built-in tools. The rules are still the same. We had a recording session this Saturday, and we actually dedicated a little bit of time doing some voice recordings for the Artag Rise project. So that script, when we get booted out of the teleport, we start having an argument, is now a little bit different. Okay, now here's the really cool part. We can use strokes, different strokes for different folks. There we go. And then we can connect it this way. Well, as long as we lead it right. Oh, come on now. Snap distance, merge distance. Let's do 20. Nice. Okay, so let's go through this then. Mm-hmm. Oh. Oh, there's a different number of edges there. I guess we'll just do this. Well, that's not at all what I wanted. Okay. Actually, can we maybe use patches in here? I have no idea how they managed to oh, okay, there we go. So they got to use like shift. Okay, let's see. So they're using 9. It doesn't really show me how many this one's using. Okay, we might have to continue using the strokes here. Do you guys hear the nostalgia? I don't know if the mic is strong enough to pick it up, but we've got the nostalgia dove outside. Prepare your lo-fi music. Nice. Okay. The underneath doesn't need to have a lot. You know, maybe I'll try what Vishal said. Let's try hiding this. And let's try decimating it to the point where it's still kind of usable. Okay. Duplicate collection. Okay. Because I know we can retopologize it, but I wanna see if there's just a faster way to do it. Remesh modifier, yep. Okay, we're just gonna give it a second because it's copying the meshes and it's also copying the modifiers. Maybe I should have deleted those. There we go. Okay, so you go away, you go away, save it. Okay, this guy. So this is decimate. Let's try remesh. Oof. That is some blocky mess. Be careful with remesh. Yep. Hold on. You know what? I think I'm gonna decimate it. Okay. Let me just hide the body. Okay, so this is 29,000 vertices. So we're gonna try to do multiple decimate levels. See how that works out. Mm-hmm. And then we're gonna see about doing a remesh. Ooh, okay, maybe not. Well, we're down to 3,000 vertices. Okay, maybe no remesh. Maybe we just continue stacking decimates. And to be honest, I'm kind of already seeing it, but I don't think this is gonna beat doing a low poly retopology with retopoflow. Because I think this is already at least maybe 10 times more vertices. And we're already starting to lose a bunch of detail. Or a bunch of weird collapsing geometry. Well, you gotta do it to find out about it. Okay, undoing remesh takes longer than applying it. Also, I can hear my computer ramping up. Should use this thing as a space heater. Okay. Did we mess up? That 0 dot nothing might be a bit of a problem. Okay, come on now. Don't oh, for God's sakes, I think it did. I think it's going nuts. Too bad we can't cancel an operation mid. Yep. Well, I don't remember when's the last time we saved. Okay. $18 GB of memory. Alright, never mind. Oof. Oof. It's still unloading stuff. Come on. You can do it, horsey. Oh god. You saved after duplicating? Okay, good. That's good. The hell with that. Okay. Crawler. Crawler. Oh, come on now. So, how's everybody doing? Hey, okay, never mind. Okay, the hell with you. Not you, the viewers. You, the low poly geometry. Go away. That's fine. I'm sorry, Retopoflow, for ever doubting you. Please take me back. I'll never do it again. This is where quad remesh would have been alive. Quad remesh? Maybe. Yeah. Whew, okay, cool. We're back. Right. So, I think in this case it's fine if we have some triangles, especially if they're on the underside. That's not a big deal. Well, now. Did the remesh not work? No. It crashed my blender. Or it wasn't the remesh. Yeah, it was the remesh. It completely decimated my computer. Okay. I'm trying to do polypen. There we go. Okay, that might be a bit much though. Let's do this. Oh, I'll let go at a bad time. Yep. Decimated the blender process pretty much. Turned my computer into a jet engine is what it did. Man, something concerning has been cropping up on my feed and timeline and whatever. Seems an awfully lot of ADHD related content, like a scary amount, and especially the little songs that people come up with to list all the ADHD stuff, all the symptoms, and I'm like having difficulty concentrating, having difficulty to sit still, having too many unfinished projects. I'm like, wait a minute, hold on a second. I feel both seen and attacked right now. What the shit? Being absent-minded, forgetful. Hold on. um, hmm. Now maybe it's all just a red herring, or maybe a whole lot of things are gonna be explained. All the symptoms. Yeah, yeah, I'm not even kidding. um, it's yeah, so it would explain a lot. It would definitely explain a lot. What else is on the list? Somebody look up ADHD symptoms. We're gonna do some self-diagnosing here. Oh boy. Because I mean, people are always asking, how is it that I managed to work on so many projects at once? And how is it like that I'm not going insane? And I think one of the points that I've seen was the proclivity to do something even though they know it's bad, but do it anyways, fully acknowledging it. And uncontrolled uh uncontrolled tendency to just start new ventures. And I mean, that last one Guys, I bought a $5,000 hat sewing machine. Okay, I've yet to break bank on it. Hmm. Hmm. Or embroidery machine, I should say. Well, this actually works out. That gives us a nice quad there. Yeah. Seriously, if somebody's got their hands free, look up ADHD symptoms. I'm gonna do a little bit of Dr. Phil over here. Impulsiveness. Oh boy. Disorganization. Ah shit. Oh yeah, that was one of the points when you have a tendency to have disorder in the room, and keeping my work environment clean. Like when I do it, it's like an ease off my mind, but it is a conscious thing. Like I have to let it not that I have to let it, but I tend to let it kind of become visibly disordered before I just like, okay, I need to clean this for the sake of my well-being. Oh god. Um $5,000, man, that's my annual salary. I mean, I got it on lease or on like business credit. So it's not like I spent money on it, just paid it off over the course of a year. It's one of those Chinese ones. Poor time management. Mm-hmm. Poor time management. Like, what's my poor time management? Um, well, I mean, a lot of the stuff I do is pretty much game development, and then if I get, for example, hungry, okay, I'll get hungry. Pretty much kind of have to have no other choice at that point. Uh, than to just take a pause and go eat. Uh, what else? Poor time management. Problems focusing on a task. Problems focusing on a task. I mean, with game dev, I think the longest stretch I can do is like 3 hours. You guys have seen like the average length of a live stream is about 3 hours. Sometimes I will do longer. Oh, okay. I need strokes here. Sometimes I will do longer, but that I gotta be like involved into something really, really interesting. Uh, Trouble multitasking. Okay, I don't know about multitasking. Maybe that's my saving grace. But multitasking, like I can listen to an audiobook and work at the same time, but again, like what is multitasking really? Hmm. Okay. You know what? We might actually want to do something else here. Excessive activity or restlessness, poor planning, low frustration tolerance. Uh, I recently played or started playing Horizon Zero Dawn, and the dialogue in that game is completely driving me up the wall. And then when I posted about it, I posted a little short about it, and then it just got downvoted into oblivion. So who knows? Maybe I do have a short fuse. Um, Hmm. Frequent mood swings. Problems following through, completing tasks. Problems following through and completing tasks. Hot temper. Trouble coping with stress. I maybe I don't know how that manifests. I mean, I'm not a drinker, so I don't know. Again, I'm pretty sure that it's, as they say, everything is a spectrum. Okay, come on, undo, get out. Okay. Unique fascinations with what? Well, that's a dead giveaway right there, isn't it? Never heard of this condition, but now I know it. I think I do have it. Pretty much every game dev. Let's examine the reaction. Smiley face. And the chat is censored. Well, get angry about it. So yeah, results are inconclusive, but the test was FU. Oh, okay. I mean, temper wise, I think easily agitated, right, is a symptom. So I think temper wise, I think the thing that pisses me off the most is when I look at what the shit is happening. Where are you going? Oh yeah, look at that. What is happening with this thing? Anytime there's like shorts or clips or anything of the sort that comes up about a subject that just drives me up the wall. Yeah, who the flip knows? Dialogues? Dialogies? Okay. I don't know why, but this thing is refusing to draw this poly strip here. Okay, you better not be placing them all over the place. Hmm. I mean, I have a lot of different tasks that I'm working on. So we have programming, game dev, which is of course a slew of all sorts of things. I do a lot of video editing for the retroactive gamers stuff, which requires also web development and upkeep and all that jazz. So, but that's just programming again. I do embedded systems programming, working with microcontrollers, and this is like a whole separate field. Like I got DIY stuff, which includes CNC machining. That's another machine that I invested. Um, it includes I got into another hobby as I got into plastics, which is making molds, and casting, recasting, all that good jazz. What else? Just trying to like think of all the hobbies. Part of the DIY stuff is powder coating, baking, and it's not like, oh, let's just powder coat this one thing. I legit tried to set up a small service of making panels, and I actually did get to the point where I got a couple of orders to make some panels. So that was an interesting endeavor. Um, hmm. How do I merge this? You just end up embroidering the panels instead of powder coating. Well, that's, it's two completely different procedures or two different aspects. Um, but just looking at all the different things that I do. Okay, I totally forget how to merge this. Those activities are only available on his OnlyFans. That's right. Uh-oh. Oh no. Oh god. Thought we glitched it out again like we did last time. Okay, maybe I shouldn't be creating additional vertices though. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, a lot of the stuff does come in quite handy. Like for example, all the plastic stuff is definitely gonna be helpful for merchandising, be it for video games or for the Retroactive Gamers channel. Like little trinkets, little collectibles. But what else is there? A lot of stuff that has to do with music, which is, just impulsiveness. I have been a victim of gas so many times. Which, for those who are not familiar, gas is what the music folk call gear acquisition syndrome. Yes, anytime you're talking to music guys and they're like, "Hey, I got a new synth," and everybody's like, "Ah, another victim to gas. I see you let your gas take over you. Nice purchase." Okay, I'm gonna leave that there. Just gonna finish this bottom lip. Hey, where'd you go? Okay, let's just leave that there. Cool. Let's see if we can do something here. We need to try to keep these polys relatively large. Oh, really? Wait a minute. The shit is this? That's probably what's throwing off some of my retopology. How the hell did this happen? Hmm. Oh, I see. That's the lip. That's the lip that we just did. Okay. I'm just gonna delete maybe these edges. Nope. Well, sort of. Let's delete the faces. Let's get rid of this. That did not help. There we go. Oh, there's more. God damn it. Come on. Okay, there we go. Anything else? Nope, not by the looks of it. Okay, cool. Hey, somebody new. What about happiness? Well, what about it? Okay, that is not correct at all. Hmm. Okay, something is hide the sculpt for a second, might be able to delete it easier. Yeah, well, I mean that's already done, but for some reason Retapa flows is bugging out. Oh, there's a vertice right there that bugged out. Okay, something awful is happening here. Right, we'll come back to that later. Okay, polystrip. Look at this shit. Why are you connecting to these? Hold on. Do we have merge distance? Maybe that. Or, hold on, block backface, block occluded. We did disable that for a little while. Okay, good. That's the reason. Whew. Oh boy. When you were young, did you share a computer with someone, and what was you had your own computer? No, we shared a computer. We had a family computer. I was gracefully allowed to install games on it. But, you know, it's a computer that did a lot of work. Okay, I think I'm actually not using this tool for its correct intended purpose. I think I'm supposed to be using strokes here. So we can do this. There we go. That makes more sense. And then we can do this. There we go. Nice. Oh, come on. You know what to do. Or not. Oops. Beautiful. And we'll just leave that there. Okay. Okay, probably should disconnect the selection. Maybe we can grow one from the inside. Nope, that's going to make too small of a surrounding. 12, sure. Okay, and then... Hey. Nice. Although, I don't think there's a benefit to this. Let's do that. I mean, it comes down to happiness and satisfaction in what you do, so you feel happy. Oh, hell yeah. Like this is the shit. This is what I want to be doing. Like I have my set of interests pretty sorted out by this point. So that's, it's not a big deal. Okay. Been playing Minecraft with small pauses for 12 to 13 years now. Aw, man. Oh, come on. That's unfortunate. On the same server for 8 years. Locally hosted server or like some community server? Never gets boring. Then FADHD. Well, you know, FADHD, sure, but there's like sometimes I fidget too much, right? And I'm thinking, is it coffee jitters? But sometimes I don't have coffee, and I'm like, well, this is like ever since I was a kid in school, like sitting still was very very it's just very boring. I would usually sit in very weird poses. Well, goodbye. This dude's like, no one's paying attention to me. We'll go bug someone else. Yeah, he got secondhand ADHD, obviously. Oh boy. Okay. Yeah, this seems like it's gonna work out. If only this wasn't so slow. Anybody know any good mech games? I've been trying to find some interesting mech games to play. Um, not Gundam. Not a fan of Gundam stuff. Not a fan of Gundam style. More like, big, bulky, beefy, mechanized machines. Mech Warrior 2. Uh-huh. Something that's offline, by the way. Not a fan of playing PV, whatever. I recently discovered there's actually a mod. There's a mod for Tarkov for playing offline only and still keeping a progression and loot. That is going to be very interesting to take a look at. I play offline on Tarkov. So, yeah, but you don't get to keep any of the loot, right? And I'm like, I'd like to keep the loot. It is a looter shooter, it's kind of part of the gameplay mechanic. This is core one at that. But I don't like playing against players because again, I don't play the game often enough to build up, a skill or arsenal to be able to I don't know, make it an enjoyable experience. Like I think I might have shared this before, but my my average Tarkov routine is the game will sit in my computer or not even installed for a year. I'll say, maybe I should play Tarkov. I'll install it. I'll wait the whatever hour-long installation it takes to install it. And I will launch the game. I will realize that I have to play against the match. I will sit for 15 minutes trying to get a match. I will start playing. I will get shot. No, I will find a bunch of scavs, take them out, take the loot, and then a player joins, I get shot, and I uninstall the game, and I wait another year. That's pretty much my average Tarkov routine. So yeah, not exactly an enjoyable experience. Okay, we're just gonna do this because whatever. Embrace the triangle. The game mimics real players. Obviously, you play against bots, but you have real player names. Your brother found himself once? Interesting. Can I scale this? He shot a bot and the name was his. It's like, we don't have enough player base. That's interesting. Okay. Let's get the patches tool here. Well, now. What's with the weird selection there, Batman? Maybe I have to like... Oh, yes. No, what? What are you selecting? There's nothing there. Well, I guess it's like... It's being really weird with the position. Okay. 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, nice. Holy crap, that is awesome. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6. 6. Nice. Okay. That's pretty cool. Eight. 5, 6. Okay, this might be a bit of a problem. I think we might have inserted a loop there at some point. Yeah, it's like going up. Oh well. Just do a grid fill. Okay, we're just gonna do this. It's fine. I am looking for some tutorials on retopology, and not like, I'm hoping to find something that is made by like an industry veteran animator. Oh yes, and I am actually looking to maybe take out one of these, one of my days of the weekend dedicated entirely towards learning. Because sure, we're doing a lot of this game dev stuff, but there's actually there's a certain part of my skill set that is lacking that simply cannot be filled entirely by just working on one of my projects. Like for example, I want to get better at just playing piano. Realistically, just finding chords on the keyboard. Now, in order for that to happen, I actually need to practice specifically chordage. I have to practice learning the intervals, finding those intervals on the piano, and then being able to finger those chords quickly. No pun intended. So that's something that you can only do if you actually just sit down and do it. Which is why, like Monday, it's RTAG Rise time. I'm thinking Sunday is when I work um, on Retroactive Gamers website mini games, or I'm supposed to, you know, don't mind me. So what I'm thinking I could do is take Sunday and then work on RTAG Rise on Sunday because it is a Retroactive Gamers game after all, RTAG Rise, and dedicate Monday entirely to just learning. Flip Normals. I've seen Flip Normal's website. They actually have video tutorials there. So that is actually a reassuring source. I'll definitely have to take a look at that. Specifically, I've seen there's special care that is given to the eyes. Oh, actually, interesting. Yeah, there's special care that's given to the eyes of the character around the mouth, nose, and ears. I've seen some tutorials that take place in ZBrush, but the retopology concept is the same. So that could be something to take a look at. Oh, it's pretty much most of it. Fix this up. Got to sleep. Have a good day. Sounds good, man. Thanks for dropping in. Okay, maybe. Okay, what tool is this? I need polypen. There we go. That seems a bit much. All right, we're fast approaching the point where we can close this up. Okay. Ooh, that is quite a large jump. I don't think we should do that. Oh, hold on. My brother just sent me end of an error message. What's the end of an error? What's happening? Service update Xbox 360 store changes as shared on August 2023. Starting July 2019-2024, the Microsoft Store on Xbox 360 and on Marketplace Xbox.com will no longer be supporting purchases. Ah, there he goes. There he goes, Xbox 360. Boy. But I think Xbox One can play 360 games. So at least we're not, stuck like PlayStation plebs. Okay, what do you mean? You got plenty of space. What are you talking about? Oh, I guess it's this face. Hmm. What are you talking about? Okay, this thing doesn't want to place the polys for me. Nice. Well, that worked. Is that it? Oh, almost. Cool. Neatly done. Yeah, we got a few triangles here and there, but I think that's okay. Not bad. Okay, and so now we can relax some of these places. Oh, what's happening here? Neatly as well. I suppose fair enough. Okay, I want to relax this congestion of faces here. Okay, so place your. I was gonna say place your bets. How many vertices do you think we have here? But the report in the bottom left corner is kind of giving it away. Unless you can't see that, you can kind of see that. Okay, I'm not sure what happened to that one. Hello? Can we select that? Blocked by logo, can't see it. Uh-huh. Blocked by logo, can't see it. Let's make it a little interesting. Let's say $500. I'd say it's around 1,973 vertices. Okay. Here we go. Okay. Some of these look like they should be a little bit more detailed, to be honest. What the? Where are you going? Whoops. Okay, yeah, sure. That's a little bit better, though. Cool. That's good. Okay, we can exit. And what do we got? 3,883 vertices. Or actually, no, 1,952 vertices. That's edges. 3,000 edges. Not bad. I'd say 1,000 verts for this monstrosity atrocity is pretty good. So this would be low poly. And then we're going to call this large, low. And I think I need to join these two meshes together. Large, high. In which case, I don't think we need to have them in two separate collections. Okay. Cool. Okay. So now that we have this, why don't we try baking this? I know we have 2 other monstrosities to make, which, by the way, for those who have joined a little late, we have a new addition to the monstrosities list. It's gonna be a rare encounter. Alright, let's hide that before YouTube gets angry. Is it oiled though? I don't know. The texturing process will determine that. Can you imagine that just walking around the corner and going straight for you? What are your intentions, mystical butt? Okay, let's join this. We're not gonna retopple this now. His main attack will be toxic gas. That's a weird Pokemon, man. Okay, so small, high. Okay, we're not gonna retopologize this guy for now. As a matter of fact, we are forgetting something. Whoa. Watch him go from high poly to low poly. He's like, huh? What's happening? Huh? Okay. I need to apply the veins. Sculpt mode. So I'm just gonna sculpt the veins a little bit on this guy. Let's see. Ooh. Mm-hmm. The vein texture makes him nasty. That's what I'm aiming for. The veins worked really well on the smaller one. So that's why, you know, just kind of adding this. I gotta say, it's a very cheap way to add some intricate detail. Just get yourself, paint a little black and white image, blur it out a bit, and then you could just go over the character and place the veins when you need to. Nice. That is an improvement, though. Maybe if I blur them out a little bit more, they'll seem less blocky, but this will work for the time being. Cool. All right. Substance. We've been at it for 2 hours? Damn. Well, let's not stop now. You know what? I wanted to set up the procedural animation for this guy, so why don't we just go through this process once with just one of them, and then once we have it more or less sorted out, we'll go through the other ones. Okay, in the meantime, let's get this guy exported in all of his veiny glory. Okay, the low poly, we need the shade smooth. High poly. Oh yeah, we also need to unwrap it. Okay, export OBJ. Hey. And would crash, apparently. Actually. Oh, this is weird. All the software decided to stop opening. And I've seen this before. the shit usually happens when the drive is dying. So, don't like that. Don't like that one bit. Let's push the shit real quick. Dreadtail, escape. Do we do anything here? No. Assets. Okay. Crawlers. Crawler.blend. Too large. I need to use git LFS. I don't know how to use git LFS to store large files on GitHub, but I do know how to archive stuff. We're just gonna 330 megabytes this blend file is. You know what? Maybe. Can we open this? Okay, it's opening. Just upload it to Google Drive for meantime. Yeah, that's another way. I think I'm just gonna separate the crawlers into 3 separate projects. Okay. Also, it opened. So, I'm gonna save this. Save as. And now it crashed. Okay. Can I do this? Brute crawler. Wait, where's the crawler project? Crawler.blend. Models, NPCs. What the? Oh, okay. Just gonna do this. Copy it. Crawler large. Copy paste. Okay. Let me try this. It is actually actively refusing to open. Okay. Let's just try restarting. Give it a sec. I marvel at my ability to constantly overestimate how quickly I can get this out. Okay. I don't know what just disconnected. I think my monitor. The top one. Boobadoo. Okay. So, that opened. That's good. Let's quickly pop into Dreadtail. Assets. Bottles. Unpulses. Okay, so let's do crawler large. We're gonna get rid of the other stuff. How do you manage to get 300 and something megabytes of project data when all it is just points in space? Okay, so we're gonna take small crawler and assless chaps. Get rid of this. There we go. Okay, crawler large. You remain here. Also, we don't need that. Cool. How big is it? 164 megabytes. Ugh. Okay. Seriously though, it's just points in space. Literally just coordinates. Okay, so this is... We don't need this. And then we don't need this. Just keep this guy. $23 megabytes for this one. What? Something in there is like eating up all that space. Okay, and this crawler... Small. Maybe it's the temporary data from Retopoflow. Might just be. Okay, so this is small crawler. Okay. Okay, that's a backup file. Don't need that. Oh. Oh, this is 4.1. I don't want to be opening this up in 4.1. Three 3.64. File written by newer. Okay. I've seen this before. So did I actually model this in 4? Or did I model this in 3? But then, like an idiot, I double clicked on the file and it used the latest Blender version. Oh no. I did. Oh, son of a bitch. The Retopoflow plugin does not work in Blender 4.1. So when I double clicked on the project, it used 4.1 instead of 3.6. So there's no way back. There's no way back. I have to extract this as an OBJ file. Oh, man. Son of a penis. Seriously. Okay, you know what? No. I am going to get rid of Blender 4.1 because that's not good. Okay. I'm gonna have to get rid of 4.1. Although, yes, it's gotta be for safety. Go away. I'm gonna have to skip out on passive stars quick menu or whatever the plugin's called for the time being. But I can't because some of the models for Sublunaris are made in 4.1. God damn it. Son of a gun. Okay, if I open them up right now, can I or can I not save as an older blend version? No, I cannot. Alright, let's see how far we can take it. So, we gotta take the low poly. And we need to unwrap it. This is why I install portable version and don't assign default apps with blend files. That's a very good point. You know, I'm noticing um a weird just weird change in the quality of animation. Uh with the emergence of things like 2D rigs and tools, the animation quality, just the overall animation quality, has significantly gone down, in my opinion. Like it kind of looks like ass. And I think it's coming down to the point where when you have to hand animate stuff, like good old Disney animations, when you had to animate stuff, you have to make sure that whatever you're animating is actually worth hand animating. So you have to work out storyboards, you have to work out basic movement, and animators had to do just a massive amount of training to produce something that's just worth producing by hand. But now you have 2D character rigs that make the animation look lifeless and stale. And it's unfortunate. American animation really had something going with Prince of Egypt, Treasure Planet, um whatchamacalls it, Beauty and the Beast. Like that was an amazing era. All this 3D crap nowadays is just nowhere near as good. I mean, it's got its own charm to it, but you can't do everything in 3D. Okay. I think I think this should be more or less okay. I am actually half tempted on separating the face, maybe. Yeah, that's looking pretty good. I think we gotta let the body hit the floor. Let the body take the largest amount of space. And then everything else gets packed. Everything else gets the scraps. Unless we can further subdivide it. I didn't cap the tips of the legs. I figured, yeah, I probably should do it. Just something like this. Excuse me. As a matter of fact, if I'm doing that, I should probably mark it seam. I can't wait to walk around the corner and then see just the bottom legs walking towards you. Okay, there we go. I guess we can just redo this. I wonder if it's possible to change the seed. Okay, that's fine. Maybe we can just reduce this a little bit. Give the rest of them some room to breathe. Nice. Okay, now, substance. Let's get this exported. This is VR shooter. No, this is Dreadtail. I don't have it on the list because this is Blender 4.1. Dreadtail. Dreadtail. There we go. Add it up. This is textures. Okay. And PCs. Okay. This is large. Crawler large. Export selections only. Good. And then this is the high poly. Man, I gotta say, I did a test with the whole high poly sculpt and then baked to low poly on some crumbled stone slabs geometry. It's like a door, ancient door, and the final result is like, ugh, beyond anything I could do if I did just a low poly texture and then try to a low poly model and then try to texture it using. Oh, this is FPS hands. It's not the right place. Using the baking process. Crawler large. As a matter of fact, here, let me quickly show you a thing. Check this out. Where is it? Angler, yes. Check it out. Never mind the get up animation. The just the final product here. This is using the scrape brush. I just set up some base geometry and then use the scrape brush to get these bevels in, and then created the low poly. I had to create the low poly using the hand process, manual process, because the flippin', I had the genius idea of saying, oh well, it's a new project, I should probably use Blender 4 to make it, and then by the time I made it, I realized that I couldn't use Retapa Flow on it. God, that was just like a huge waste of time. I mean, I got it working, but still. Okay. Okay, so let's just increase the distance a little bit. Bake. This is all just one single mesh. All right. Oh, nice. I don't think I see any artifacts. So yeah, look at that. That actually does look amazing. All the wrinkles in the right places. There you go. Vainglory. I know, right? This thing walks around the corner. I'm going to add you to my vein collection. I should do the sound effects for this thing. Okay, now I'm not going to do too much texturing here. Oh, okay, now that's just Godot going to full screen. Thank you. Appreciate it. I thought it crashed. Right. We're just gonna do this. Just a little layer of dirt. Okay. Sure. We'll make the extremities look a bit more bony with the fleshy chunks, and we'll worry about that afterwards. I just want to get something of a test going on here. So let's get this exported. This is Godot combined. We don't need to change the format. Format's determined by the preset. This is Dreadtail Escape Engine. Models, textures. Models, textures, excuse me. Textures, substance, NPCs. So we already have one. Okay, this is crawler large. Export. Accept the name of the texture's default material. I should probably save this as well. Just gonna pop in here, get rid of this. There we go. Cool. Now, we need to set up a quick rig here. Now, we're not going to be doing hand animations. We are going to experiment with making procedural animations in this guy. So, in front, display the axis. This is root. The root is a non-deformed bone. It's going to be pretty low. We are going to give it one bone. This is for the body. Oh. Okay. And this is going to be for the leg. Okay, I need this roll on the x-axis to be fixed up. Okay, that works. Let's make the object actually be displayed as wireframe. There we go. Okay, that's looking pretty good. Trying to control the bone roll, damn it. There we go. Looking about new messages, thing actually means fart. Ah, interesting. Well, if I'm ever in Hungary, I can tell someone to fart off. Oops. Okay. That is looking good. Perfect. And everything is a child of the body, which means it all should work. Now, we're not gonna need to set up inverse kinematics in Blender because we're not animating this in Blender. Cool. All right. All right, let's go file, export. Oh, no, not yet. First, automatic weights. Hello? Shouldn't we be doing this on the low poly model? What the hell am I doing? Oh god, we're gonna be stuck here forever. Son of a bitch. Damn it. Come on. Gonna have to wait for it. Okay, this is a little painful. I don't know how far back I saved. 2 million vertices. I could try opening the same blend file just to see where it's at. Oh. Hey. Okay. Sure. I'll take that. It looks like the rig is there. I could just crash this. Nice. All right. All the axes are there. Good. Now, let's not be stupid. There we go. Ah, look at that. That's 4.1. I mean, is it 4.1 or is it because I'm trying to do armature deform modifier, armature deform with automatic weights calculated on a 2 million vertice 3D object? I think it's my fault a little bit there, you know? Okay. Okay, we are gonna have to do a little bit of weight painting and fixes here. If we open 4.1, I mean. Well, yes, but this project was already stuck in 4.1. So, you know, if I open it, weird thing happens. If I open the project in 3.6, when it was already opened and saved in 4.1, the sidebar doesn't open. Like it's just not there. No such thing. Right? The tools don't exist anymore. This sidebar also gets broken. So, yeah, the jump between 3.6 and 4.1 is that drastic. It's no longer allowing you to open previous projects. Okay, cool. Well, this is done. I think we can export GLTF. Let's go to Dreadtail. Engine, models, NPCs, crawler large, sure. Okay. And is it exporting the high poly model as well? I sure hope it doesn't. I'm just gonna go ahead and close this up. Oh, okay, it's done. All right. Let's make a new. Let's make a new character body. Oh, that's 2D. Why is the window there? All right, this is objects, NPCs, crawler, crawler. Crawler large. Now, that video that Vishal had posted, I think Vishal posted it, about splitting up the behaviors into multiple scripts and multiple nodes. Technically, I've been trying to do something like that, but within the confines of a single script. Like, for example, navigation of the characters doesn't have to be reprogrammed in every single character from scratch. Having them, have a state machine, making them follow around different waypoints, moving there, stopping, figuring out where to go next. Technically, figuring out where to go next would be a separate process from calculating how to get there and just going there. So, a system like that, where we split it up into multiple scripts, could technically be used. Especially, I think, since you have a whole separate node called navigation agent, right? Whose job it is to figure out how to get somewhere. Okay. Where do we have the NPC? Crawler large. Okay, he might actually be massive. Okay, materials. Custom materials. NPCs. Let's get this converted. There's the mesh. Nice. Okay. Oh, right. We get the height data. Although that looks really trippy. That looks really trippy. I would imagine you could probably get the height data, block out any of these spaces, and only apply to the face. That might look kind of interesting. Okay. But anyways, there we go. All right, now we should have a skeleton here. We do have a skeleton here. Beautiful. Skeleton IK3D. A node used to rotate, but what's with this? Class is marked to depreciate. Okay. Do we have a replacement for it? Will be removed in the future version. This class depreciation might be removed in the future release. Online tutorials 3D inverse kinematics demo. I assume that something's going to be replacing this, because goddamn. Maybe it's just skeleton 3D has something of its own. Okay, let's use it for now. So we have something. Okay, root bone is, I guess it's the body in this case. Tip bone is, and we forgot to give them names. Okay, got it. Okay, leg, front, left, base. Tip. Left, mid, base. Tip. Okay, cool. Planning to add node like look at IK3D in the future. Okay, got it. Okay, give this thing a chance to update. There we go. All right, so let's start with, well, where's this node? Doesn't have a node. We have to set up a separate target. So node 3D. Let's start with this leg right here. So leg left front tip. Target is leg left front. Beautiful. Procedural walk. Yes, that's the idea. Okay. Tip bone. Override tip basis. Okay, that's not quite what I expected. I think, are we missing an extra bone? That's how he flips you off. Okay, well, what's happening here? Yeah, I think we might have to have an extra bone. Well, alrighty. Okay, so this would be mid. And this would be tip. Nice. All right. Wrong tip. Did I screw it up? Let's see. Front tip. Mid tip. Yes. Left tip. Back tip. Front tip. That seems to be okay. All right, and I think I've already exported. Let's give this a test. Uh-huh. All right, so now it's leg front tip. And play IK. Right. Now, I think that the base root bone has to be like front base. Yes. Okay, good. So we'll have to play around with the vertex painting, weight painting, but yes, this is exactly what we wanted. And then we can move it around, more or less. Use magnet. If true, instructs the IK solver to consider the secondary magnet target, pole target, when calculating the bone chains. Right. We don't have a pole target, though. Use the magnet position pole target to control the bending of the IK. Okay, so that's right. I'm not sure why they couldn't just say that there's another node that can be acting as it, but I suppose we can just do it. Weight painting makes me die. I used to think so as well. I think you just gotta do it enough time to comprehend the basic process behind it. Okay, so that works. IK front left. Okay. So we're gonna do, I guess let's set up IK front mid. IK back left. IK back right. IK front right. Okay. Cool. So this is leg, left, mid base, left, mid, tip. Back left base, back left, tip. Back right base, back right tip, and right front base, right front tip. At least they're ordered in the same hierarchy, or they're listed in the same hierarchy. That's good. Okay. Now, the tips. Probably a good idea to make sure that they're properly labeled. Handle, left front, left mid, they're naming in the wrong order. Handle, back, front, right. Wait. Left mid. Yeah, that was correct. What the hell am I? Front left, front mid, back left. Okay. Back right, back left, back right, front right. Okay. Front mid, yeah. Back left, back right, front right. Okay. Well, now. This is interesting. Inverse kinematica. I wonder what it means. Left leg front base, left front tip, front right, front left. Okay. This is front right, which means this has to be leg, right front base, leg, right front tip. There we go. Okay, there we go. So that's working. Nice. You know, the whole body kind of jiggling and distorting like this might actually work pretty well. Okay. Back right. Back right. Beautiful. Back left. Back left. Front mid. Nice. Writing the code for the 5 legs to be in pain. Not really. I'm already kind of looking at using essentially what? We need a set of raycasts, or maybe just one raycast that loops between the 5 leg positions. All 5 legs are going to be... Realistically, we just need to move these handles, right? And everything is pretty much going to be handled in a loop, right? Loop through 5 elements, loop through the array, sample the 5 positions, and then, yeah, just have the thing go around. Look at that. Blah, blah, blah. And then, you know, we can like tilt it in all sorts of ways. We can make it so that as it's walking around, oh man, as it's walking around, we can make the body just kind of wiggle and rotate in every which way. Okay, the only thing is I need to be able to control the second bone. So I might have to make another element here. Handle body. This may or may not work. Let's see. So we got root, we got body, and then the control bone is this one. Handle body. Why is it over there? Okay. And then up. There we go. Yeah. But, hold on. Yes. Okay, that's all I really want to be able to do. I just want to be able to, like, tilt this thing up and down. We can make it look at the player if he's on an elevated space. And then can you imagine this thing just walking around by keeping an eye contact with you? Jeez. Damn. It's looking at you like, get down from there.
I want that ass.
Will it jump? No. Well, who knows? I don't think right now jumping is necessary. Oh, God. Okay. Cool. So. So, what are we going to do here? So realistically, it needs to shoot a set of rays just a little bit ahead of where the legs are supposed to go. So how about this? We've been at it for 3 hours. We've done retopology, rigging, and then setup of the base object. Let's take a break here and then come back, and then we'll do the programming. Child-friendly game with googly eyes, yes. Got it. Okay. The thing leaping off of a bunker would be stressful. Yeah, it definitely would. Most certainly, definitely would. Cool. I think folks on the subreddit are gonna like this. How did you find picture of my mother-in-law? Put it back. Slam it to the ground. One landing. I was thinking it's just gonna run, like when it sees you, it just sprints towards you and starts vomiting shit all over you. Okay, cool. Break time, fellas. It's been 3 hours. My ass is flat as it is. I'm gonna have to take some walks. Cool. All right. Thanks everybody for watching. We'll be back. I'm pretty sure we can get this thing to run around by the end of today. That's my optimistic prediction. Cool.